Hi everybody, it's Paula. Welcome back to my channel. This is the 411 on manifesting. Happy Monday to you. If you are in Alberta, it is family day. It is a holiday today. I hope you're spending the day with your family or just staying home and keeping warm, which is what I'm doing. I'm grateful to have a day off, and I'm grateful for my warm home because it is freaking cold here today. Anyway, I have something really cool that I'm going to talk about today, and that is the decide factor. I learned about the decide factor from one of my most favorite authors and YouTube podcasters, David Bayer. David Bayer has an amazing book called The Changed Mind. I would really encourage you to get it. I have it on Audible, so I listen to it like every time I go somewhere. If I'm, driving for, over an hour or whatever, I always put it on and listen to it. So David Bayer talks about something called the decide factor. And I'm going to kind of put my own little spin on it. But the decide factor is when you decide that you're going to have something. So you're going to decide that you want to increase your income by $2,000 per month. You don't know how, you don't know when, you just decide that that's what you're going to do. And it's a really interesting theory because, and just talking about money, say, so if you have a check that comes every 2 weeks or a check that comes once a month in the mail, okay, whatever it is, if you're on a salary, you're always getting paid the same amount every 2 weeks. You don't have to worry about it, right? You're always getting that same amount of money. Or if you get, a monthly pension or some other sort of check that comes once a month, like you never have to worry about it. You always know that it's on the way, right? Like it's on the way. That's it. You can just stop thinking about it because you know that it's coming. So the decide factor is the same. You're going to decide on an amount of money that you want to bring in every month, and you're just going to let it go. You're not going to worry about the how. You're not going to worry about the when. You're just going to decide that this is the amount of money you want to come in. This is how it's going to be, and you forget about it. And, I came to a pretty big awareness recently, which I'm going to talk about. So, as some of you know, I am a facilitator of things. I do facilitate plant healing courses. And so I am actually facilitating a course in a couple weeks with my friend, and her and I are going to teach a group of people how to make salves and how to make tinctures. So I decided early on that I was going to have 15 people come to the class. That was my number. I just decided that. I already had it in my head. I had everybody seated in a room in my head. I kind of had the vision going. It was all great. And honestly, within about 3 days, half the class was filled. And I had advertised the class like 6 weeks before it was actually happening. So, there's lots of time for people to sign up. I had an early bird incentive to kind of get some commitments in there. But honestly, there's lots of time to sign up. However, I did not have a venue to hold this space, hold this class. And I didn't worry about it. I was like, yeah, if, that Field of Dreams, right? If we build it, they will come, that type of thing. And I really wasn't that worried about it. And then as more people started to sign up for the class, and I think at this point we were like probably about 8 people, I thought, well, I should really get on looking at a venue now that we've got like half the class filled, paid for, all that. So I started to message people or, message some businesses in town to see if they had a space to rent. So I knew of 3 off the top of my head. Actually, no, that's a lie. I knew of 2, and then my partner knew of another one. So we reached out to all these people, and nobody was available to host us. So I was like, oh God, now what do I do? And I'm scrambling. And I'm thinking, oh my goodness, I have a great space for teaching stuff, but I don't have a big space, right? And my partner, that's not an option for her either. So we're like, oh, what do we do? So that vibration stopped people signing up for the class. And I noticed it because when I took the class out, like when I advertised it, I didn't have any resistance. I decided 15 people were going to sign up. I wasn't worried about the space. I knew it would all come together. Everything was going to be great. And boom, boom, I just get half the class filled in 2 days. And then I now have resistance and a bit of worry. Where are we going to put all these people? But honestly, that wasn't it, because, well, we found a space, and I'll talk about that after. But the thing of it is I became so aware of the vibration I put myself in because I panicked and I didn't trust that I had already asked for this to be taken care of. I didn't trust that. I started to panic. So what happened is that in 1 week, not one person signed up after the original 8 people signed up. And I know that's because I put that vibration into it, and because it was lack and worry and fear and not trusting. I know better. I know better than to do that. But it's wild. Like, it's absolutely wild. This is something that I truly live by. And here's what I really want to share with you. We all go through this. It doesn't matter how good of a manifester we are, or, how positive we try to keep our thoughts and everything going on. Like, none of that matters at the end of the day. We are all human, and we all regress back to these fear behaviors. Because I'm going to be 55 this year, and it's really only been about 10 years that I've been putting this practice into my life. So I have lived 45 years worth of negative thinking, and worst case scenario, and not hoping for the best, and then I won't be disappointed. Give me a break. We have all lived our lives like that until, we decided that we wanted to make things better. So I became so aware of what I was doing. I was self-sabotaging, my own event. It was an awakening. And I'm not going to lie, I kind of felt like I had won the lottery a little bit, like the mind lottery a little bit, because just being aware of what I was actually doing and what I was creating was huge, huge to me. And I don't really, not to toot my own horn, but I don't really do that often anymore. Honestly, I could probably count on one hand in the last year that my thinking has gone south like that. So number one, and this is what I tell everybody, is not to be so hard on yourself. You can pick yourself out of that just as quick as you put yourself into that. And that's what I did. I took myself out of it pretty quick. I let go of it. And as soon as I let go of it, we had a venue. 8 hours later, we had a venue. Paid for, set, good to go. And once that was done, I had let go of that. And once that was done, within 3 days, the rest of the class is filled. I'm sold out. So that is absolutely amazing. I just really wanted to come on and talk about that. About the decide factor, deciding that this is what you're going to do. Don't worry about the how. Don't worry about the when or the why. That is none of your business. You decide that this is how you want it to be, especially, if it's with money or anything else that you're trying to do for yourself. You decide that this is how it's going to be, and then you let go of that. And one more really important step, which I didn't do. Stay loyal to the decide. If I had stayed loyal to the decide and not worried about just letting that fear come into my head about the venue, I wouldn't even have a video to talk about, to be honest, because nothing would happen. I just would have got everything because I had decided, but I wasn't loyal to my decide. So when you're manifesting something, get out of your own way. Decide that's how it's going to be, and then stay loyal to that decide. What a freaking concept, honestly. And this doesn't just work for money. This can work for anything. This can work for health challenges. This can work for, moving into a new place. My mom, which she'll be watching this, hi mom. My mom used to tell me that whenever I would look for a new place, that I had to make a list, like a wish list of what I wanted my new place to have. And I remember her telling me that when I was in my early 20s, and I still do it to this day. So the place I'm in now is pretty fantastic for me. I love it. Has everything on my list. However, that same logic needs to be applied when you're doing the decide. Like, you just decide this is what you want, and it comes to you every single time. But just remember to stay loyal to that decide. Wow. What a game changer for me. Like I said, I felt like I won the mind lottery. It was just a super, super cool thing. So that is today's vlog on the big decide factor. I would love to hear your comments on this. Let me know if there's anything that you're going to decide to do and just do it. I'm super excited about this. It's going to be applied in almost everything I do. I actually can't wait. So yay! Please like and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Have a wonderful, wonderful Monday. If you're in Alberta, have a fantastic family day. And remember, if nobody tells you this week, I love you. Have a great day. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.